creating good employees who don't think but can remember. Okay?
Right.
So they brought a school system where you learned useless things. Homo habilis. Who was Shaka's mother? What is the longest river in Africa? Tell me, what is the use of that rubbish? Okay? So you went into school and you were studying how many times Muslims pray per day.
Yeah.
You wake up at night to study how many times Muslims pray per day. So you memorize photosynthesis. You memorize how many teeth a dog has. You memorize everything. And at the end of the day, what did they produce? They produced someone who was a container of useless knowledge. A container of useless knowledge.
Right.
That is why today we have doctors who have been independent for 55 years. Have you heard that there are vaccines being made by Zambian doctors? So you walk out of medical school as someone who knows when to give Panadol, how to take temperature. You are a doctor who is a Panadol distributor, and it's not your fault, the education system. Okay? You have professors in this country, in the School of Forestry at Copperbelt University. We have lived with Mukula tree since God created the world. All they know is how to label the parts of the tree. They don't know the value of the tree. Okay? So when this mission succeeded, then they came to set up industries. And when they set up industries, who was the laborer? The graduate from the School of Remembering. Okay. Someone who would remember how to dig, where to dig. Someone who would remember how to cut a tree and how many pieces. Someone would remember. And they rewarded you with a bribe called a salary, and we became comfortable.
Right.
So when they come into Africa, what are they coming to do? They are coming to reap your resources, and you are a means of production. So this is what made Africa poor.
There seems to be a sense of either denial, and on one part, or people who think no, it won't be, because we can't just imagine it, and because of some discussion that okay, if this happens, you will lose your property, you will lose that, and so on. Of course, that is untenable. I mean, I too was wrong on this, because if by any chance you have another state of Biafra, it will be the 16th state of ECOWAS. And that means you have free movement of goods and persons. But the fundamental question, the fundamental issue is that this debate is not happening. This whole thing is being driven almost in a haphazard manner. Last week, they called for, was that last week? Yeah, last week. They called for a sit at home. And even without anybody getting out to more in force and so on, I learned virtually Anambra and many other cities were completely shut down. It just tells you there is something going on. But again, where is elite in this? What is missing is structured debate and apparent elite aloofness or complicity or hypocrisy. Elite in denial. For the politicians who think you can just, let's use them temporarily, let's use them, just go on, while we can then use that to negotiate for something here. I can tell you, you will create a monster that will consume you. When that inferno comes, both us, everybody else, and the kind of thing that happened in Biafra where any dissent was considered a saboteur. Okay? You might get to a point where you will be telling them, just go on while we can negotiate here, get something for ourselves in Abuja. I can tell you, these guys are no fools. At some point, they will look at you too and know that you are actually part of the problem. And so on and so forth. So, I say, let the debate must begin. the late Dr. Pius Okibo, in this book as well, presented what the memo by late Dr. Pius Okibo presented to the Biafran government on the economic viability of Biafra. Nobody is talking about what the currency will look like. How will you fare with international trade? What kind of constitution are you talking about? And Affordile forcefully argues here that the Ahira Declaration of 1969 came too late. They had intelligentsia pushing for Biafra, but there was no organized structure. That if they had done what they did towards the end of the war at the beginning, Biafra would not have ended the way that it did. But what is shocking is people talk about this in their bedrooms and in their parlors, and then you come out and everybody is just, and so on. I'm sure it will not take long. So what I am calling is that we must, the elite, the intelligentsia, get out of the closet and let us, now that the issue, the president in New York made a point. He said there will be no referendum in Biafra. Now, and I said, my reaction to it was, oh my God. So this matter has actually gotten to the point where we are now talking whether to have referendum or not to have referendum. The moment you've reached that point, it tells you that it's only a matter of time. But who is driving the debate? The Neo-Zikism, Neo-Biafranism, and so on and so forth.
Onye Igbo ọbụla si n'ife ọchọ bụ ichi Nigeria na 2023 abụrụ onye Igbo. I'm telling you, abụrụ onye Igbo. Because ọma na emenye onye isi Nigeria ọ ife agwara ya ka ọ ga-eme press o mere ya achụ anya impeach in your with 1 month. Omana no nwere ike inyere ndị Igbo aka na-abụ the usoro constitution. Ọ tụrụ anyị anya achụ anya. Onye ọbụla ma na nwere ife a ga-ejete na Nigeria ma esogbu usoro constitution.
Announcement. Here comes a great gathering of the people from the West African region. Ambazonia, Biafra, Oduduwa, living across the entire globe, the entire world. Coming from different parts of all the continents of the world to Brussels, Belgium, to march in great mass and in great multitude. All hail Biafra, long live Ambazonia, freedom for Oduduwa Republic. United we stand and shall never fall. With one vision and joint strength, the land of Belgium will feel the heat of this particular set of people from West Africa in 1 million freedom march in Brussels, Belgium. On the 14th and 15th of June 2022 at the European Union headquarters in Brussels. Together we shall march in strength and in valor, without fear nor weakness, the march of freedom, for total freedom, by the freedom fighters. We shall come to face the reality of truth about the fact that one of the steps to freedom is to restore our government the way our ancestors made it, and not the way our colonial masters decided it to be. With this move, we shall let the world know from the land of Brussels, Belgium, that there must be freedom for the people of Ambazonia, the people of Biafra, and the people of Oduduwa. The march by the Abu people, Ambazonia, Biafra, and Oduduwa. as an Ambazonian, as a Biafran, as an Oduduwa, who truly needs freedom for your sake and for the sake of your future generations. You must defy all odds and make your way to the land of Brussels from any part of the world. Coming to Brussels, Belgium, to march together with the indigenous people of your land, your brothers, your sisters, your fathers, your mothers, and your entire people, to send a unified message to the world that all we need is true freedom and total independence. If there is no struggle, there will be no freedom. This information is coming to you from the Office of All State Media worldwide, under the leadership of Ipob, led by Mazi Johnathan.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra Hausa-Service coming to you through the auspices of Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Johnathan Chinedu from Olu province of Biafra land. Today is the 11th day of the 5th month being May in the year of our Lord 2022. We are here live and direct in this hallowed platform where we worship, because Biafra is our religion. Therefore, I welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well-wishers, even your enemies, onto this hallowed platform. We are here live on satellite. We are also broadcasting or simulcasting from Facebook, Radio Biafra page. Also, you can get us or hear our voice through a low data consuming application called Ipob Community Radio. Also, in our land in the east, in Biafra land, we are live on FM radio stations 102.1 in most cases. Therefore, I urge you to welcome your friends and well-wishers, even your foes, your enemies, in this hallowed platform. This is where enlightenment is propagated. This is where you listen to things that are spoken, factual, reality, truth, without mincing words, without trying to be politically correct about it. We expose to you all you need to know. What you do with what you hear is left for you. But we always urge you to do the right thing, because Biafra restoration will be the commencement, the real starting of the emancipation of black race. I tell you honestly, the real emancipation of the black race in the entire world. Because I used to wonder, why is it that black people, anywhere they are in this planet Earth, they are always at the bottom layer of the ladder. The bottom layer. It doesn't matter anywhere in this world that you find black people as a community, they are always at the bottom layer, the most poverty stricken. Even in the midst of the concussions, even in America, in Europe, everywhere. Now you see that the problem is in the brain. The way we reason is fundamentally flawed. People can say anything, one thing or the other, but the problem is the way we reason. It is fundamentally flawed. The way we reason about issues, about this earth, about life, about everything. This is a platform where we try to correct all those anomalies in our brain. We want to stimulate the brain, the brain cells of common sense, the brain cells that activates common sense. Those, in some of black people's brains, all those cells are almost dead, moribund. They thought that they don't need it. Common sense is something that you cannot get in formal education, because even the school system the West brought to us, or they push us into, we are programmed as black people to remember, not to think. Do you understand me? To remember, not to think. This is the reason why today the world's first malaria vaccine is coming to Nigeria and others in sub-Saharan Africa. Who is suffering the malaria most? It's in Africa. Who's supposed to look for solution? Normally the people of the victims, Africans. But why they couldn't produce a vaccine, whereas they have a PhD holders in medicine or medical technology, biochemistry, call them different names. They have PhD holders. But ordinary vaccine, malaria vaccine that has been killing us for centuries, even right from the word go, Africans depend on foreigners, non-Africans, to produce malaria vaccine. And now they are bringing it. They are buying it. They want to buy it. Europe doesn't have malaria. Many other regions of the world, they don't have malaria. But in Africa, do you have malaria? Yes. Killing people every year. Malaria kills people more than even HIV in Africa, when at the peak of HIV. But why is it that they depend on Africans? We depend on foreigners in order to develop vaccine for us to come and give us, so that we take it and now be vaccinated against malaria, because we are programmed to remember, not to think. That is what we are programmed to. But here in this hallowed platform, we are trying to reset our brains, the brains of the black people. We are trying to reprogram the brains of the black people in order to think, so that you come out and say, I'm educated, proudly educated, when you can use your education to help your community, to develop your community. Not reading what Thomas Jefferson said in 18th century, no. Not quoting what happened in Scandinavia, no, in 1450, no. But that you can proudly use what you learn in order to impact development in your environment, in your community, in your village. In order to get electricity, you produce electricity as an engineer, electrical engineer, first class. But your village, you are in darkness. What? How can you proudly call yourself an electrical engineer? For goodness sake, if you cannot make any impact in your village. All these things is what we are trying to change here. All these things are what we are trying to change here. The orientation. What we are doing is reorientation. Orientating our brains in order to go back. That thing we have jumped. All those things that we think that it is of no use. That is what we are trying to bring us back and say, look, this is really the problem, and this is really what we need. Therefore, once again, I welcome each and every one of you to today's edition of Radio Biafra Hausa-Service, coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Johnathan Chinedu from Alo province of Biafra land. Our leader is the indefatigable Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is in the enemy territory today, suffering for you and I. Do you know that if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wants, he can collect any position given to him? He can collect anything and compromise, and you can do nothing. After all, I was wicked that compromise, and still now he is supporting is it Ahmad Bole or I don't know what is the name of that person. He is supporting a caliphate. That is what Biafra struggle his own way. His own version of Biafra struggle gave to him. What did the members that died, people that died for Masop, they died virtually in vain. That is what it means. You understand? That is why we call you to redouble your effort in whatever we are doing. Our leader is going to be in the Nigerian Shenanigan Court on the 18th and 26th of May. I think next Wednesday. Next Wednesday. Yes. Do you understand? We should do the needful. Because we owe this renaissance, we owe this revolutionary mindset of ours to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Therefore, we in Biafra land should do the needful. Do you understand? We must continue. Let us pray.
But Chukwu Abiyama alone do we worship. That is why we offer him praise. That is why we offer him adoration and adulation. That is why we have come to submit all that we are today, likely to be tomorrow, and any time in the future, to the mercy and the grace of the throne of heaven. Therefore, Chukwu okike Abiyama, ekekele igwe n'ụwa basi bi n'igwe, nna eze mma niile onye nwe m na Chineke, anyị na-akpọku aha nsọ nke gị, anyị na-erubere gị isi, na-akpụ isi ala nye gị, n'ihi na onweghị onye ọzọ anyị ga-efe ma ọ bụ naanị gị Jehovah. Only you are we going to worship. Therefore, we present before you this very evening. We are fallible. We are blemished. But we trust in you and not in man. Therefore, this very entity, this very sceptered land that you bequeathed to our ancestors, this very place that when you were bringing us to, there was no Hausa-Fulani anywhere to be seen. But we became so sinful that the very uncircumcised, the very Gentile, that is the white people, British especially, they came, they pillaged, they killed, they colonized, and they handed over your children to those who don't know you. They handed us over to those people. And here we are today. We cannot even worship you properly. We are petitioning you, Chukwu Abiyama, in heaven. Please have mercy upon us. Have mercy upon your children. As we sang when we were younger, please, my Lord, be merciful unto your children. This wasn't your plan for us. There was no time you created us to become subservient. Can you how can your children be slaves? How can your children, your handiwork, the people that you made, how can they become subservient to those who don't worship you? Unthinkable. Is there anything that you want us to do that we are not doing? Is there any other special way, Chukwu Abiyama Binigwe, In what way have we wronged you? Are you not merciful anymore? Why are we being humiliated? Why are we being shamed this very way? Akwa bogi bu Chineke. Ige menki ji buru Chineke. We call upon your grace with every authority bestowed in us as your children to ask you to come down here to give us the courage, the strength and the fortitude to resist this very evil that is fast advancing and enveloping your children. Never forget that we represent the light. You created us to bring light to this very darkened and hate-filled continent. The time has come for you to make us whole once again. We have sinned and we have confessed openly. We call upon you. We have nobody else if not you. Chukwu okike abiyama. We have nobody else. Nobody else. We have nobody. That is why we come to you. You are not man, Chineke. Please be merciful. Please raise your children from all over the world, from IPOB families all over this very planet. Give them the vision, the wisdom, the understanding to discern what is to come, and to render every help at their disposal to ensure that your glory will be witnessed upon this very earth, as was prayed for by Yahweh Yeshua, that your kingdom will come and your will be done on this earth as it is in heaven. So Biafra ka na your Chineke. I don't want money. I don't want anything to do with wealth. All I want is Biafra, nothing more, nothing less. We are not doing anything with wealth and riches. So when you have absolutely nothing. All we ask for is Biafra. That your name may be worshipped, that you may be praised. Mankind, because of Biafra, will come back to you once again. They will say, we did everything to stop them, but they prevailed. That means that their God is very, very strong. And when they come to us and ask us, please tell us the name of this your God, we tell them, Chukwu Okike Abiyama. We do so that your name may be praised now and to eternity. He said,
once again, I welcome each and every one of you hearing my voice today in the four corners of this planet, this beautiful planet that human beings we are given by nature in order to beautify, to live, to subdue, and to control. We are trying to spur our people into taking part in being the right human being living in this planet Earth, by also playing a very positive part in the development, contributing to the development of this planet Earth. That is what we do here. Therefore, without taking much time, today is the 11th day of May, being Wednesday in the year of our Lord 2022. I will start by making my usual remarks. Please stop calling these people the Hausa-Fulani. There is nothing like Hausa-Fulani as a people. What we have are the Hausas and the Fulani as different ethnicities, different tribes. The history of the presence of the Hausa started during the time of Ottoman Fudio's religious manipulation against the Hausas. He manipulated them using religion. That is the danger of foreign religion. Because you can be manipulated. Do you understand? But indigenous religion, you cannot, no foreigner can come and manipulate you using indigenous religion or using your own religion. It is impossible. Because it is organic. This is who you are. A foreigner cannot come and teach you things concerning our way of life. It is impossible. You are the person, because you learn it organically, right from childhood. We grow with it. How to swallow. How many people can swallow? Yeah, our unique way of eating is part of our culture. Do you see what we are saying? No foreigner can come to teach you how to swallow a goosey soup with a goosey soup. It's impossible. That is how religion is. Therefore, Ottoman Danfodio used the foreign religion Islam, and him being a foreigner, Fulani, they manipulated the Hausas, because the Hausas are always eager to learn, to be perfect in foreign things, just like Biafrans. And they fell. You can never be perfect in foreign issue. It is impossible. Mostly religion. Because the masters, the originators of this religion, one way or the other, they will fault you. And they will try to teach you, no, this is the way, this is the way. In doing that, at the back of their mind, it is manipulation. So, Ottoman Danfodio started preaching hatred using Islam. Hatred against among brothers. For an Hausa brother to hate his own. Do you understand? And he poisoned their minds using religion against each other. They fought and killed themselves, killed King Yunfa, who gave him that opportunity. And today, you see how the Hausa-Service has become beggars, turned to beggars, ordinary beggars, by people that they accommodated as tenants in their own land. This is what we don't want to happen in our land, and that is why we are preaching this. Our leaders started preaching this for more than a decade, or if not a decade, here in this hallowed platform, in order to revive us mentally. And the revival caught fire in our brains, in our mentalities, in our psyche, and that is why we are continuing. Therefore, please stop calling these people the Hausa Fulani. What we have are the Hausa and Fulani as different people, different ethnicities, different tribes. We also urge the Hausas to rise up to the challenge. Do not accept defeat, because you are not defeated until you accept it. Hausas should rise up to the challenge and take back what belongs to them. They should take back their land. Sokoto is their land. Do you understand? It is Ottoman Danfodio that renamed it Sokoto and called it the Sokoto Caliphate. The original name was Gobir. Do you understand? The original Hausa name. Please stop calling them Hausa Fulani. Separate them for who they are. Hausas, rise up. Stop referring to Fulanis as your spiritual masters. No. No, no, and no. You are mistaken. They are not your spiritual masters. You subdued yourselves and belittled yourself to become slaves in the hands of the Fulani. But this is the time, in order for you to rise up to the challenge, in order for you, the Hausas, to rise up and take back what belongs to you. Take back your lives. Because Ahmad Bello said it. that they will continue using you Hausas to be willing tools to be doing their biddings. Do you understand that? The Europeans suffer the same fate for almost 800 years plus, when the Arabs took over the Iberian Peninsula from the 7th or 8th century to the 15th century, going to 1,000 years. But they rose up one day towards the 15th century and struck back. That is what makes you a human being, taking back your position. That is what we are doing here in this hallowed platform. Also, stop calling Biafra or Biafra land Southeast. This is anathema. Biafra is not Southeast Nigeria, no. Biafra is the eastern part of that zoo called Nigeria. You either call Biafra land or Biafra or the east. Do you understand me? Stop allowing ourselves to be accept. Stop accepting whatever our, what do you call it? What do you call them? Whatever our detractors, whatever they call us, they shrink us and you accept. Anathema. It's abomination. The Fulani, they understand the game very too well. Let me read for you from historical point as somebody narrates. Are you aware that sometimes in 1939 some Anioma communities in present-day Delta and Edo states was carved out of the core Igbo heartland, despite protests from Anioma kings then to the British colonial authorities? Are you hearing me? For you calling Biafra Southeast is an insult. When they call Biafra, you say, oh, it's a 5 Igbo speaking Igbo state. What is the intelligence in it? I used to question. There is no intelligence in answering what we are called. They started shrinking us as a people. They brought the Willings Minority Commission, Britain, in order to cause confusion in our land. Only in the east, only in Biafra land. They didn't do that in the north. Whereas the north contains more tribes, more number of tribes than the south. There are many minorities in the north than in the south. Minority tribes. But why did they do that? Because they are targeting Biafrans in order to divide us into pieces. Do you understand? Okay. The same period, the Eza community of present Ebonyi State was carved into Benue State of present day. The present day Benue State. Igbo community, Eza, carved into Benue State. That is why it gets to my nerves when I hear, when you say Biafra, I say Southeast, we the Southeast. No! Stop answering bingo, whatever, like a dog, whatever we are being called, now we answer it. It is not normal. This is not normal. They are joking with us and we are accepting it. Please, when you call Southeast, what of these Igbo communities in Benue? What of those in Kogi? What do you call now? You exclude them. You have sold them permanently to the caliphate. Is that what you're saying? Does that make you intelligent? We should be looking to ourselves, please. Again in 1976, during the Murtala Mohammed regime, Ahoda and Port Harcourt, where you call Port Harcourt today, was ceded to Ejo-dominated River State. Do you know that? Ahoda and Port Harcourt is a core Igbo territory. But in 1976, Murtala Mohammed ceded it to Ejo-dominated River State. Are you hearing? These are historical facts. We are not making them up. So that when you say, oh, Biafra, you the Southeast, you are mistaken. You are either mischievous or arrant, ignorant. Ignoramus you are. Biafra land is not only Southeast. Have you been hearing or listening to our leader? They ask him direct, what is the territorial frontier of Biafra? He said the 5 southeast plus the 6 southern states. Now including the lower Kogi, part of Kogi, and lower Benue, because Biafrans are there. The state doesn't, created, being put into maybe Ebwema, put into River State, some part of Ebwema. It doesn't change the people that they are no more Ebwema, they are no more speaking Igbo. It doesn't change that fact. Only bingos they call bingo. Any name you name a dog, you answer it. Stop making yourselves bingos, please. I beg our people, please. Anything they call us, we answer. But those that are calling us this name, they continue rejecting what we call them or what they should be called. They call themselves the not. Do you understand? Do you see where they are more wiser than us? Every time we say, I my here, we are smart. We are saying far. When you say Biafra will land in the southeast, I look at you, I say no. Because we are not southeast. Biafra includes southeast, lower Benue, some part of Kogi. Do you understand? Even some part of Ondo, because some part of Ondo are the Job people carved into there. Now plus the whole so-called southeast and south. Do you understand that? When you continue calling yourself southeast, a time will come, your brain will continue, we take it unconsciously. It will become very bad or initiating for you to reverse it. You continue hearing one story a time, you continue hearing it. You find out that unconsciously you accept it. You take it to be the fact. The same way they told us that, and the snake spoke to Adam, and Adam, talked to the snake. They were speaking, and after, the way they put it, it makes us realize we shouldn't ask questions. Because asking, oh boy, how can snake speak? Is this foxtail or meat mixed together? No, because that is the way we are born. They continue feeding it to us right from kindergarten. We accept it. Any person question it, you become the enemy. That is how they condition brains. You understand? That is how brains are being conditioned. When they continue feeding you wanting, after it becomes part of you. Any person that is trying to ask question there to say no, this should not, how can this person do this? This is what we believe, and the QED, it shouldn't be like that. You understand? I gave that example. But when you say voodoo, voodoo in foreign language is spirit only. When you say python and respect python, you say no, you don't kill python. You say no, it's demonic. But they told you how that python, the serpent, was speaking to human being, and they were conversing. How were they conversing? You say no, it's like that. Just accept it like that. Don't ask question. If you ask question, you are asking God question. Who tell you that? Why did God give us bread? For goodness sake. Do you see how they position us? So that we cannot be in the mainstream people, human being in this world. Because asking questions makes people understand the way nature works. Asking questions makes people discover the force called the force of gravity. That is asking questions. When you ask questions, now you discover things. That is what makes a human being build satellites. That is what makes people to want to travel to Mars, because of asking questions. But when they tell us all these stories, oh, and serpent started speaking to man, and they convince man and say, okay, take this apple and you eat it, and we don't ask, how is it in the dream this thing was happening? Is it no question? If you ask question, kill that person. He don't believe in God. He is this and that. That is arrant rubbish. This is the time of asking questions, so that we continue refining our brains and understanding issues. So please stop referring to Biafra as Southeast. It is annoying, I'm telling you. Let me continue in the history. Okay. Again, in 1976, during the Murtala Muhammad regime, Ahoda and Port Harcourt was ceded to Ijaw-dominated River State. Do you still wonder how Igbo-speaking people are now minorities in other states? This was carried out despite rejection by the people to the Willing Commission on Boundary Adjustment. Still in 1976, oil-rich Obibo local government area in Aba division of Old Imo State was ceded to River State. Do you see how Obibo enter River State? All these things were happening. They were carving, conniving, shrinking us. All Hanez and Dibo, our politicians were there. That is why when I look at these people, I say the worst thing that would have happened to us as a people are our so-called political elites. They were any person that wants to react, they will go and bribe him and give him money. He will keep quiet. All these things, they were outmaneuvering us, carving us, isolating us to what you call Southeast today. They will tell you, no, we are, how do they say it? No, we don't have access to sea. Whereas Obibo was ceded to Obibo, oil-rich Obibo LGA, was in a bad division of Old Imo State and was ceded to River State. Obibo is in Ndoke clan. Do you understand that? And has over 50 oil wells. They are pure Igbo people, separated from their Azumili kings by the Imo River. Ohubu, an oil-rich Ndoke community, was ceded to Akwa Ibom State. Ohubu is one of the highest onshore gas and oil producing areas. Do you understand that? In the same 1976, the Iboba community was balkanized into 3 towns with the highest oil producing towns ceded to River State from Old Imo State. All this thing now, these people will claim we are not Igbo, we are not, you don't have access to sea. This is ignorance to the highest level. What we preach here is facts and figures, please. This is what we preach here. Now, same time too, Ndoni was carved out of Aboha and given to River State. Ndoni and Obaru are same people. Obaru is in Anambra State, with some of our kinsmen in Delta State. We know that these oil producing areas of Igbo land was the highest oil producing areas pre-1966, and that the Hausa and Fulani-led military government has partitioned our land in order to remove Igbo land as the highest oil producing region in the land. Do you see how they outmaneuvered us? Do you see what selfishness can cause? When the so-called Ohanese and Igbo elders, so-called, they are moving, watching, they will be given political positions. That is what matters to them. And as they are shrinking us, they are giving all these people positions dealing with us. And the result is what you are seeing today. The result is you calling Biafra Southeast. Very erroneously. We must continue. The envious Hausa and Fulani government acted contemptuously in order to gain control of our oil. And soon after this sordid act, they started sharing our oil wells to themselves. Hence, today they control almost 82 of such. Do you understand? This is the sins, the major sins of Ohanes and Igbo. Allowing Igbo land to be contracted. Shrink into what you call today. When you call Igbo land, they say, no, the 5 eastern states. This is bunkum and rubbish. Stop validating them, please. We Biafrans, we are right from the lower Benue, part of Kogi State, down to the Atlantic Ocean. This is who we are. They brought all these divisions in order to destroy us. Please stop referring to Biafra land as Southeast. It is horrible. Today I'm going to talk about, if you read on the transcripts written on the Facebook, you will see the topic. Economic and political power. That is the topic of my discussion, of my submission today. Please. Economic and political power. Because we are making a lot of mistakes. When we come to Lagos, we say, the whole Lagos, 75% is of properties there is Igbo. It's Biafrans, they have it. Yes. But where do you go from there? That is the problem. That is the main question. Not owning properties. The Jews own properties in Europe. They built many of the properties. Do you understand? Does it make them have power over Europe? No. Does it prevent their pogroms, series of pogroms and genocides against the Jews? The answer is no. Therefore, let us face the reality. I'm talking about economic and political power. A country, listen, a country, I'm not saying about a section of a country, no. A country can have a lot of importance because it can produce, buy and sell a lot of products or services. That is, make development of a country. A country can be important because it can produce, number one, buy and sell a lot of products and services. Do you understand? It's not talking about a section of a country. There is a difference between a section of a country or a country. There is a difference. Therefore, economic power is controlled by political power, whether you like it or not. Without political independence, there will be no economic independence. You know what I'm saying? For a country to develop economically, it must first of all develop politically. Because you must have a country. You know, a country is about organization. A government. About organization, the ability to organize, control. That is it. Simple. You cannot progress as a family without the family being organized. You cannot progress as a family. When you have, for example, 5 men, 5 boys in a family, and they are killing themselves, how can you? They are fighting all the time. How can you progress? Even if when they mature, they continue fighting. This one is illegal. They continue fearing themselves. This one will kill me. Oh, my brother will kill me. I said that the Jews in Lagos and other places you used to tell our people. Oh, it's your brother that is your problem. So you start fearing your brother. Now you will be in Lagos. Hardly you go home. If somebody, any of your brother want to come, you give him excuse. No, this and that. How can you develop as a family? Even they will tell you, no, don't build anything in your home, or if you do come in your home, you will die. You will have mansions in Lagos, in Abuja, but in your home, you leave it moribund. You are progressing as one individual, but not your family. Because when they come to your family, what they see is the name of your father. Who is where is their house? And they point out that attached house and say, nah, whereas you as an individual, a member of that family, is progressing in Lagos or Abuja. Does it make the family progress? No way, because there are divisions. Do you understand? Because there is no control. Do you understand what I mean? That is lack of governance. You understand what I mean? For a country to develop economically, it must first of all develop politically. Meaning, the ability to make and enforce laws, the ability to define and control their territory, the ability to protect lives and properties. All these things are lacking in Nigeria. That is one thing. Now, example is China. I give example as China. China developed economically because she was able to first of all compose and control her territory, enforce law and order in her territory. China is a country that has control over her destiny. That is why their government made it a duty to spur, encourage or force citizens to work hard, leading to world power. That is economically viable. Before they become economic giant, they first of all maintain political power over their territory, because it's a country. That is the difference. It's a country. They use what we call political economy in order to develop, come into the world stage very strong, because they have, it's a country, an independent country. Do you remember 1989 Tiananmen Square? Tiananmen Square protests and all this and that was hyped. Yes, there was human rights abuses by China against their people to quell revolution, what the West want to spoil in order to bring the downfall of China. I can say it. You understand? Because that is what they do. Don't you understand that this their so-called democracy is a weapon? They try to use it in Russia. They try to smartly use it in Russia. When Mikhail Gorbachev, when he surrendered to the West, when communism fell, now you see America, the West, all of them, they send their agents in the pretense of, we are a group of human rights, this, we are recording human rights, this and that. They fool Russia in order to divide and scatter them, the remnants of Russia, to turn it into an ordinary country, using their standard, because they want to measure with their standard. Whereas when they do their own thing in Iraq, when they lie, no person hold them responsible, because they are the king of this world, an empire. This is how they do. This is how they roll. I don't blame them, because they are on top. You walk yourself to the top. That is the thing. They endured many things in order to arrive to be where they are today. I mean the West. I'm telling you honestly. Millions of them died during the French Revolution. Don't you know that? Napoleon Bonaparte was a product of the revolution, French Revolution. But they will not teach you that. He was a very brutal dictator that killed, slaughtered many revolutionary French people. They will not tell you that. They'll tell you, democracy. Let me tell you, this is a weapon. This so-called democracy is a weapon. Is it not democracy going on in Nigeria? Don't you see it? I laugh. I laugh in Chinese, honestly. Until Africans open their eyes, until we start dealing with our peculiar problems. If we continue with this electioneering they call democracy in Africa, that is bunkum. It will lead us nowhere. It is a cycle upon cycle of the status quo, of deception. Remove one serpent to put another python. Remove a python to put a scorpion. Remove a scorpion to put a... That is bunk. All these are cycle upon cycle of endless deception. Where does it lead us as Africans? Where does it lead us? When they came to Russia, everyone now shot everywhere. Oh, we are measuring the standard. Oh, human rights abuse here. In here. Okay, we want to teach you how to democratize. They were watching them. That's why I love Putin. I love this. It's not. I love Putin right from that time. After Putin came up and said, he pursued the whole Westerners. These are agents. Say, get out from Russia. You want to teach us how to live our lives? Had it been Putin did not do that, I'm telling you, Russia would have been like any other country under the empire, under the control of the empire. Don't you see that? That is how they roll. That is how they roll. So what am I trying to say? China, even in the 80s, China was quiet. Because they want to first of all maintain the political power as a country. To be able to organize, channel their people in the way they should go. I'm not saying that the human rights abuse is okay. No. That is not what I'm saying. Achieving development is not through one way. China is not democratic. In their own way, it is their system. They have one party system. And they are developing. They are developing world power through that system. It is just like spirituality. Spirituality, you don't attain spirituality using only one way. No. You can using only one religion. All the religions are the same thing. They attain the pure type of that religion, the pure part, because there are many impure parts. The pure part is to attain spiritualism. So it's not only one way. Do you understand? So what am I saying? Now China have to organize their people first, train them, educate them about the importance of economics, of hard working, what African governments are not doing today. You understand? China is a country that has control over her destiny. This is why their government made it a duty to spur, encourage, and force their citizens to work hard, leading toward power. It is very wrong for our people to believe that we, as Biafrans, as Igbo, that we can only use our economic activities in Nigeria to control our destiny. That is rubbish. Thinkings, mindsets of people that are ignorant. Your economic power is nothing when you don't have political power. Do you understand? When you talk to an Igbo politician, he will tell you that, oh, we are in control of Abuja. Even we build Abuja, we have 90% of the whole properties there. In Lagos, the same thing. But of what use when the signature, the order of one filthy almajiri will demolish everything you build there? We have no control over our destiny. As long as we are in Nigeria, we have no control over our destiny. All that we are doing is just walking. Walking. When you walk, they destroy. When you walk, they destroy. Which political power? Do you understand? Because Nigeria belongs to a people, belongs to some people. Nigeria is for Britain. Britain created Nigeria for their purpose. Under the custody, they gave the custody to the caliphate. So anything you are doing as a section of that country, you are not free. You cannot use it. There is not. You are just laboring for nothing. What you are laboring for, you work, you bring container. Now somebody, one policy, one Fulani as the impostor, they make one policy, and that your container you hustled for 2 years in Spain, in Germany, in order to gather, to suffer. Sometimes you starve yourself in order to buy something you put in the container. After gathering everything, just one policy arriving in Lagos, one policy, they will tell you that what you bring is a contraband. Finish. That container is gone. What can you do? You cry. Look, they will even eat you more. Oh, Alhaji will tell you, bring 2 million. Don't worry, I will go and don't worry, I will do it. I will bring it out. Okay? You pay. You give him every time you are calling. Oh, my container tell you on your bag. Wait, you know, your money. You put money. You put your container is gone. Everything is gone. In our economic power. Are you understanding what I'm saying? We are mistaken when we think that we can control Nigeria with the economic power because we don't have no political power. Because we don't have control over our destiny. I'm coming, please. Though this message is going to be short. As I said, it is very wrong for our people to believe that we can only use our economic activities in Nigeria to control our destiny. We first of all need political power to be in charge of our destiny, which we don't have under the Nigerian setting. When I say we need political power, this doesn't mean Igbo presidency or being a cabinet member, presidency member. No. Because Nigeria belongs to Britain under the custody of the Caliphate. It is a British creation for their own interests and purposes as the priority. Nigeria is not our business. Even if you want to put Igbo president, a person of Igbo origin, tomorrow in the presidency in Aso Rock, all he can do is to steal and a few of his cronies, but he will serve the interests of the Caliphate. That is what Nigeria is for. Do you remember when Johnathan, that is gallivanting today to come out, somebody that is being respected, he wants to come out to disrespect himself? That is how black people reason. Do you understand? Somebody that even they can send him as an envoy of ECOWAS, of, you know, a respected fellow. And now he because the Caliphate has groomed him. Look at what you have to do for us. Because Nigeria belongs to them. Nigeria is in their custody. Nigeria belongs to Britain, but is in the custody of the Caliphate. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, when you say Igbo presidency, this and that, that is bunkum. They can bring somebody being groomed by the Caliphate. When you talk about, who are they going to bring as Igbo president, for example? Who? Are they going to put somebody that is against them? Who is it? Not somebody like the Supreme Court governor? Who poses him? What about if they put him there as a president? Is he going to serve your interest? What of Dave Umahi, who publicly told us that they are elected as governors not to do the wish of the people, but to serve the tenets of the Nigerian constitution, period. Even if it means kill every one of us, they do it. Now he's a governor, albeit he was being removed from the governorship. But you know the Nigerian system, they don't even obey their own law. So if somebody like Dave Umahi becomes for example becomes the president of Nigeria, you'll be gallivanting. He will level everywhere. He will be more deadly, brutal against us than even the Fulanis direct. Do you understand? That is why when I talk about political power, I don't mean Igbo presidency in Nigeria. Anything you do under the Nigerian setting, you are doing it for nothing. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Because Nigeria belongs to Britain. They gave it the Fulani Caliphate, in custody of the Fulani Caliphate. Keep it for us. You know, when a landlord gives to a caretaker, the Caliphate is the caretaker of Nigeria. They can appoint anybody, but what matters, the person will be receiving command from the Caliphate. and be giving reports to Britain. That is the reality. Nothing you can do under the Nigerian setting. Do you understand? Until you break that. Until we break that, that system, that structure that the British put in place called Nigeria. Until we break it, we are going nowhere. We are nowhere. The whole indigenous people, nowhere. Nigeria is an experimental zoo. They tried this, Britain tried this in the Asia by creating a giant Asian zoo of India. But those people, they prove to be real human beings. India got their independence 1940, I think 47 or 48, as two countries, India and Pakistan. And Queen Elizabeth, he was dismayed, he was furious, highly furious. How did this happen? That these people, we amalgamate them together, they separated. Why? Now that is why he contracted Lugard from, I think, Hong Kong down to Africa. He was warned, Lugard was warned not to allow the same mistake of India to happen in Africa. And that is why they continue keeping Nigeria. Their priority is keeping Nigeria one, the creator. Do you understand? They don't care how many lives are lost. They don't care how many people are killed, how many people are slaughtered every day. Life doesn't matter to them. What matters to them is that entity they created. They must maintain it. Don't you ask yourself questions? Why is it like this? Why is it that Katrina Liang is gallivanting all over Nigeria? Which means Nigeria belongs to them. That is the truth. That is the reality. Until we break this structure that Britain put in place, we are going nowhere. And that is what we are doing. That is what we are doing in this hallowed platform. That is why IPOB becomes enemy of, they take IPOB as enemy everywhere. The caliphate don't want to hear IPOB. They are complaining on everything. They are complaining on Fulani cow ban in Biafra land. But they will not complain. They don't see anything wrong with the destruction of our alcoholic beverages in the Sharia North. Ask them, in the same country, why do you destroy our means of livelihood? In the same country, in Kanu. Why? Why do you destroy it? Publicly you do it. And you are proud to destroy our properties, our means of livelihood. And they will say, no, it is their belief system. They don't drink alcohol. But our belief, we drink alcohol. Our belief, we don't eat Fulani Nama. That is it. It's our belief. It's our religion. Why are you forcing it on us? Why? Our belief, our religion makes it abomination that cows will be roaming in our farms, destroying crops. How many years our people have been yearning? People are killed, slaughtered every day. To the extent one community in Anambra, in Oka, they openly saw about 3 Fulani men hanging, each one 2 AK-47. I read that news that time. Every blessed day I read it. Openly brandishing AK-47, Fulani headsmen. And that time Naiwood was the chairperson of Ohaneze Ndibo. And they called him, the Ohaneze Ndibo, they summoned a meeting between the police in Oka, the Mietiala leader, the group leader in Oka, the police commissioner in Oka, and Ohaneze Ndibo. They were there. They complained that, oh look, we saw, they showed the video in that conference, in that meeting, that our people, we have a report, look at it. We see Fulani headsmen brandishing gun openly, each one slinging 2 AK-47. openly in our land. And they follow them and they enter until they enter into one place, which is your boys. They are telling the Metiala. When they let the Ohaneze Ndigbo, when they complain, when they finish complaining in that meeting, do you know what happened? The Metiala leader there just rose up and said, look, is that why you are calling us? Is that why you call this meeting? He said that the Fulani herdsmen will continue carrying guns. Any person that mess up, they will kill the person. He said it in the presence of the police commissioner. After speaking, he didn't even allow any other person to talk. They rose up and walk away. They walk out on Ohaneze Ndigbo. They walk out on the police commissioner. And case closed. As if nothing happened. Now they will not tell you all those things. They will not tell you about how the Fulani headsmen have been terrorizing our people. I have been playing clips that we see sent to us. One particular clip about one man, a father, inside his farm. His crops were leveled, cleared by this Fulani heads boy. And he was calling the boy. Come, why are you doing this? The boy wanted to kill him. Slapped the telephone out of him. Say, if you want, I'll kill you here, nothing will happen. All those things, they are not telling you all these things. What they are complaining is the cow ban. Listen. Any place you see any Fulani cow in our land is an illegal immigrant. It's an intruder. You have to do to him what you do to intruders. Do you understand? We have no apology in this, because in our suffering they laugh. In our suffering, when they are killing us, they are laughing. They want to destroy all of us. But when we come out to defend ourselves, to take back the pieces of our lives, they become offended. This is Nigeria. Remember, I'm talking about economic and political power. It's very wrong for our people to believe that we can use our economic activities in Nigeria to control our destiny. Instead, all those properties, the products of all those hard-working economic activities of Biafrans, it will become a snare, a trap, with which they hold us hostage. Do you understand? And this is what is happening. They allow you to build everywhere because they know that you are people that are not political in nature. Now, when you mess up, they will say, we'll target your property, so just cool down. Cool down. You know, Mietiala came out and said they will sue IPOB in the court for this and that, for banning cow, for killing their cows. And I searched, I never see anywhere where Ohaneze Ndigbo, any Igbo group, sues Mietiala for lives being lost, for what their people are committing in our own land, what the Fulani headsmen terrorists have been doing in our own land. What about the woman they killed in Udi and scattered her corpses, dismembered her, throw her in every corner of that farm? The video is there. What about her? Do you know that her life is more than all the cows of the Fulani? Don't you know that? Her life is more than all the cows of the Fulani together in the whole of Africa. But they will not do anything about it. And you never see or hear Ohaneze Ndigbo say we sue them for all these lost lives or lives lost. Before, if people are being slaughtered in our land, in our farms, they will go. If the community go to the king say, this thing passed me, so I no go put mouth. And people want us to continue being like that, living in bondage. No, it cannot happen. Any cow Fulani cow you see in Biafra land, know that is illegal. What happens to illegality should happen to that cow. I'm telling you honestly. because we owe no apology to any bastard. We owe no single apology to any bastard. When they kill us, no person comes. When they slaughter us in our own land, no person comes to our rescue. When we take our defense, you see people talking, you see people shouting, oh Igbo, we are no more. Here we see Azwanoka. All this your rubbish doesn't touch us any longer. We don't hear it any longer. It's not today that we start hearing Igbo. Hey, you kill Igbo. No, you can say it as you want. That is your problem. Always I used to ask, Fulani, since they have been destroying our properties in the north, openly, killing our people and destroying our property, you know, it became a culture. You know, also now all your properties lost, and you start thanking God for bringing you back safely. Although you see, I saw people that lost their lives, many they killed for nothing. No person ever one day say, how are we, let us pay remuneration. No person shoot these people, but only cows, which they are using as a guise in order to conquer our land. And we stand up, our leaders stood up and said, no, if I continue leaving these politicians, these Biafran politicians to do something, they are cowards, lily-livered cowards. They can't do nothing. Only what matters to them is Igbo presidency. What matters to them is what they can get, nothing more. They sell our land until it shrinks till you will start calling it Southeast. Southeast in Negi. Biafra land is as huge as you can think about. Do you understand? They use bribe. You know, bribe seals the mouth of people. They use bribe in order to shrink us, as I said before. So, as I'm talking about economic power and political power, political power overrules economic power. Without political power, you are nowhere. We want to take our destiny by our own hands. And the only way we can do it, you cannot do it in the Nigerian setting. You understand? The time the youths of Nigeria during NSAS protests wanted to take their destiny into their hands, don't you see what happened? They suppressed them. They slaughtered them. That is why we have no business in Nigeria. Because there are powers that own Nigeria, Britain. They put it under the custody of the caliphate. Therefore, anything you are hustling under Nigeria, your ass is grass. Let me tell you, you are going nowhere. We want to destroy that structure direct. Once we collapse that structure, now we can rebuild ourselves and take control of our destiny. Now our economic power can now be transformed into development. That is it. Remember the Jews. The Jew had very huge economic power in the medieval Europe, which did not lead to political power. They were always singled out and massacred. Do you understand? The Jews, they were hardworking. How ndi obambo, just like you. Ndi obambo, na obambo. Igbos are hardworking. Without Igbos, how can we get Nigeria? You build Nigeria. You build, they will show you swamp when you finish building. After a few years, they will tell you, that time we lease it to you. So one person will come out and say, no, it's my great grandfather, King Aro Oshogwe. He is the owner of this land. And he will go to court. And they will grant him, say, okay, he is the owner of the land. It's true. Therefore, everything you put there is null and void. They will tell you, say, no, don't worry. You people are hard workers. No, Igbo people. Take another swamp and develop it. They will show you another, swampy area. And you continue building. Ndị na-agba mbọ. Nekwe ndị na-agba mbọ. Ọnụ ga-agbagide mbọ. Without political power, economic power is rubbish. Do you understand? Remember the Jews. The Jews, the German Jews also, European Jews in general, German Jews in particular, they from 1900 to 1933, they were a great power economically in Germany, in the whole of Europe, even Austro-Hungarian Empire, from early 19th century to late 20th century. You understand? Okay, 1933, Jews represented less than 1% of German, the Weimar German population. Less than 1%. Okay, of maybe 500,000 people. Majority of the Jews in Germany lived in major cities such as Berlin, Frankfurt, and Mainz, and Hamburg. Yes. But do you know that they had very tremendous economic power? Jews participated in many areas of German life that time, such as journalism, law, culture, and medicine. Because they thought that with their economic power they can make it and stop any anti-Semitism, but they were wrong. Why can't we learn from history? Why? The progress of the Jews, did it stop the Jewish pogrom in Germany? No, it didn't. Even in Austro-Hungarian Empire, they were slaughtered like a farm animal. The Jews, you see. That is why they are angry. As a country, any person that mess up, they are ready to nuke. Because when they study history, they saw how they suffered ignorantly, thinking that they are working hard. In Europe, they build everywhere. To the extent, even sometimes the government start borrowing money from the Jews. But after they saw, oh boy, from time to time they were being attacked because of their progress. That time they were not having political power. It doesn't matter. Some Jews were into cabinets, into kingdom or kings of palace or kings of cabinet. Some of them were even doctors to prime ministers. The prime ministers or president's special doctor. It can be a Jew. It doesn't exempt him from being slaughtered. Between 1939 to 1945, during the Second World War, the Jews were targeted. These people that had very heavy economic power. Do you see? No person to defend them. They had no backbone to defend them. But now they had backbone, because that slaughtering, that pogrom, that Second World War massacre, Jewish massacre, made them to have a rethink and say, look, if we don't organize ourselves into political force, we will be finished as a people. That is why they suicidally went back to and declared Israel, the Republic of Israel, which you are seeing today. Today, no person can mesmerize or mess up with any Jew in any part of the world, because they have a backbone. That is what we are fighting for. To have a country that we call our own, that we are able to bring our real economic progress to develop. Look at Innocent, how they are fighting him. Indigenous manufacturer of car, but nothing. Instead, Dangote they sponsor another Peugeot to come, and they will make it cheaper. Do you see? But if we have Biafra, do you know that there will be many car manufacturing plants sprouting out everywhere? Because the money will be there by the governments, by the political power, in order to encourage our hard working. Now our hard working will be recognized, and it will be put forward for the development of our nation, so that no nation, no country will mess around with a Biafran. Do you understand? That is what we are fighting for. And that is why I'm telling you today that without political power, this you are a wambo, working hard. it's not, you are just working hard for a Fulani. Don't you understand that? You are working hard for a Fulani, an Almajiri to enjoy. That is it. Look at our crude oil. They've outflanked us as Igbo. Let me call Igbo Biafrans. They outflanked us, they divided us into pieces and put into different states, and they become minorities there with the oil wells, everything, so that they will be able to take over. When you go there, they say, no, this is not Igbo, don't go there, it's Nigeria. Oil in Bayelsa belongs to Jigawa. Are you understanding me? The Jewish economic power in the European setting did not save them from the Nazi genocide until they had to go back and restore their land. The same is inevitable to Biafrans in the Nigerian setting. Being a president of Nigeria or serving in political positions in Nigeria is never a guarantee to political power. Nigeria is not organic. We should understand that our economic power in Nigeria is never a guarantee because it is without political independence. Until we restore our nation Biafra, that is the time we will have our own political power, our force to organize ourselves, because you cannot organize yourself under the Nigerian setting. What can you do? We cannot enforce our law. We cannot enforce anything. We cannot protect ourselves. It's impossible, because power, they will use Nigerian setting, the Nigerian government, in order to commit what they are committing today. That is why they have to bribe the United Nations. They have to bribe the United Nations and Europe with our gas and oil, because they need it desperately. As there is a confusion war in Russia and Ukraine, now they have to use Nigeria, come and even they validate terrorism officially. Antonio Guterres, the United Nations Secretary General, he did it in order for gas and oil to flow to Europe from Nigeria. Don't you see how it is? For Boko Haram terrorists, ISIS terrorists, to be reinstated into the Nigerian army to come and kill us and take our land, so that their oil will continue flowing. Do you see it? And gas. Why can't you rise up and join what we are doing? Because what we are doing, history will remember us that we are doing the right thing. Where will you be in that time? It is a high time to rise up. Support in any way you can. Even the 1 million man march coming up in Brussels in the month of June. Do not hesitate to join, because we want to change the nomenclature. We want to take back our own selves from the Nigerian setting. That is who we are. Without political power, economic power amounts to monkey the walk, bamboo the chop. You are walking, Almajiri will be eating. The Fulani Caliphate will be eating. That is it. They will be eating the products of your sweat. That is how or why they can destroy our properties in Abuja anywhere they want, with one flimsy law or the other, and nothing happens. They destroy our properties. They burn down our markets, and nothing happens. No person is responsible or held responsible, accountable. The earlier we understand that Nigeria is not meant for us, the better for us. This is where I'm going to stop. I'm going to go into a few minutes break, so that when I come back, I will continue by opening the lines. Don't go away.
Announcement. Here comes a great gathering of the people from the West African region. Ambazonia, Biafra, Oduduwa, living across the entire globe, the entire world. Coming from different parts of all the continents of the world to Brussels, Belgium, to march in great mass and in great multitude. All hail Biafra. Long live Ambazonia. Freedom for Oduduwa Republic. United we stand and shall never fall. With one vision, and joint strength, the land of Belgium will feel the heat of this particular set of people from West Africa in 1 million freedom march in Brussels, Belgium. On the 14th and 15th of June 2022, at the European Union headquarters in Brussels, together we shall march as strength and in valor, without fear nor weakness, the march of freedom, for total freedom, by the freedom fighters. We shall come to face the reality of truth about the fact that one of the steps to freedom is to restore our government the way our ancestors made it, and not the way our colonial masters decided it to be. With this move, we shall let the world know from the land of Brussels, Belgium, that there must be freedom for the people of Amazonia, the people of Biafra, and the people of Oduduwa. March by the Abo people, Amazonia, Biafra, and Oduduwa. As an Amazonia, as a Biafran, as an Oduduwa, who truly needs freedom for your sake and for the sake of your future generations, you must defy all odds and make your way to the land of Brussels from any part of the world. Coming to Brussels, Belgium, to march together with the indigenous people of your land, your brothers, your sisters, your fathers, your mothers, and your entire people, to send a unified message to the world that all we need is true freedom and total independence. If there is no struggle, there will be no freedom. This information is coming to you from the office of all state media worldwide, under the leadership of Ipob, led by Mazi Johnathan.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra Hausa-Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. For your information, these are the 1 million March Committee phone telephone numbers for information and inquiries. Please take notes of these numbers for information and inquiries. Mazi Johnathan, his number is +35 3892 64 8931. I repeat, Mazi Johnathan, +35 38 92 64 8931. Mazi Anthony Mokwem, +39 320 721 5826. I repeat, Mazi Anthony Mokwem. These are inquiry lines for information. Please, you call all these numbers. Mazi Anthony Mokwem, +39 320 721 5826. Mazi Kinsley Wankwo, +32 465 303 826. I repeat, Mazi Kinsley Wankwo, +32 465 303 826. Mazi Ndubisi Osuala, +31 684 737 539. I repeat, Mazi Ndubisi Osuala, +31 684 737 539. Mazi Oke Foreign Ekeroro Eke, +45 917 776 59. I repeat, Mazi Oke Foreign Ekeroro Eke, +45 917 776 59. All these are lines, numbers you need to call for inquiries and information. Please Our lines are now open. Our direct line is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. Do not forget the topic of our discussion of my submission today. It is economic and political power. You can call us now and give us your view on the issue treated. Our people used to misunderstand. They think that when you build Lagos, build own properties there, on this and that, you can't. No, it is lie. It's not in the Nigerian setting. Never. Nigeria is structured, created by Britain, kept under the custody of the caliphate. It doesn't matter who is there. I say it doesn't matter who is there as the president. That does not matter. Who they serve is the interests of the caliphate. Imagine governors of Biafra land, governorship candidate. Before you become a governor, even if you're a candidate, you must go and pay obeisance to the Sadwana of Sokoto. Why is it so? That is what you should ask yourself. Because Nigeria is under their custody. Do you understand me? It's like that. So any person that is there, even as a president, you are there, just there as a figurehead. Do you remember what happened to Jonathan? Jonathan entered there thinking that it is he can do something by himself, and the powers there told him that no, it's not like that. Nigeria is a Shia. Everybody have a role to play in order to continue preserving Nigeria for their British master. When he wanted to appoint a minister, they block him. They say you cannot do anything. They block him. They block his purchase of weapons to fight Boko Haram. They raise Boko Haram in order to sabotage everything. He thought he will fight them. I'm a president. They say, look this man, one punch on man. He don't know what is happening. They block everywhere. Remember, a president of a country trying to use black market to buy weapons. Don't you see that? Can't you understand something? They block him everywhere. Now, in order to look for help, he went to Israel, thinking that now Israel. You cannot see Mr. President, the Prime Minister of Israel. We have our agent of Mossad there in Nigeria. Go back to Nigeria, see, meet Babangida. He will tell you anything you need to do. To tell you that Nigeria he came back and he showed a video. President Jonathan went to pray in the Wailing Wall of Jerusalem. How to deceive the gullible millions. And when he came back, he went to Babangida and said, Babangida started laughing. Say, I thought you know something. You don't know that. I think that is what you are seeing. Nigeria is for Britain. We are the custodians of Nigeria for Britain. The whole president started asking Babangida, okay, what shall I do? And I say, hey, before we start treating your case, first of all, take this guy. What is the name of this guy again? To be your chief security officer, CSO. You must take him. Otherwise, don't talk to me again. I will not even talk to you again. Mr. President says, sir, okay, sir. And he called this guy. Why am I forgetting the name of this guy? And call him and say, I want you to be my chief security. Do you know chief security officer? Your security as a president is in his hand. He can slaughter you and kill you anytime. He can poison you. That's it. You see the strategic position, so that they will manipulate you, they will bend you to be doing their bidding, the caliphate. That is how it works. When you see president, even president, I see gullibles and ignoramus talking, they don't understand. What are you going to do there as a president? When you're chief security officer, they will bring an almajiri to be following you all the time. Anything they tell you to do, if you don't do it, they will kill you immediately. Honestly, Nigeria is not for us. I have a caller on WhatsApp. You are the first caller. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Mazi. Good evening to you. Yes, wonderful. Mazi, I greet you. I greet Biafrans all over the world. May Chukwuka be with you all, wherever you are. Mazi, we have said, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have said it all. Where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands is where Biafra stands. We don't need anything political in Biafran land. All we need is Biafran referendum and the freedom of Biafrans. Mazi, we don't need any more political under Nigerian government. We don't need anything. All we need is Biafrans. We've died enough. We've died enough. There is nothing different. There will be no difference if you have Igbo presidency. It's still the same thing. It's still being ruled by Fulani.
The worst, Mazi, is the worst. Is the worst.
So we don't need anything. All we need is Biafra, and Biafra is what we are going to get. No matter anything those Fulani imposed on us as our rulers, because they are all Fulani, they are not Igbo. The Igbo blood don't run in them. Mazi, that is all I have to say. And please, Mazi, we should. It is time for we to those more. Na mmụọ akpọgo ndị Igbo akpọgo anyị okwu si anyị bịa edozie alaba anyị ka alaba anyị chụrụ ọkụ ka pịawụisi Fulani ihe si mere juru n'ala Igbo ma ndị anyị na-akpọbata ndị Fulani ndị Hausa pịafụ ha nsiri ike. Mazi, I greet you, my brother. May Chukwuka be with you. Thank you very much.
Mazi, thank you, and remain blessed. Thank you. People are calling on WhatsApp only. Please, you can also call on Signal. The Signal line is free, because it's in other phone. Please, it's the same number with the WhatsApp, but it's in another phone, so it's free. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp, are you there, please? What is happening? Somebody's finished speaking on caller on WhatsApp. Are you not hearing me? Are you there?
Mazi Johnathan, are you talking to me?
Are you sleeping or what? On a burugogi?
Sorry.
There we
Okay. Mazi Johnathan Chinedu Mbewo, Excelency Ndika Kambo Mazi Milimalugo. Esim na United Arab Emirates we na akpoke. Ekelere Biafrans ni all over the world. Na asi unu ife. Udunu na-ede n'ụwa niile. Udunu na-ede nke bụ eziokwu. Ihe unu na-eme ụmụ Biafra, ihe unu na-eme great IPOB ọ na-abanye. Ịghọtago ndị Igbo so na agbakọta mmiri ọnụ ebe ọfụfụ. Ịghọtago anyị dịka ukwu azịza nwaanyị gagbaji nwaanyị. Ịghọtago anyị kenele ndị anyị bụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu maka na onwenube ndị United Biafrans dịka Mazi Nnamdi Kanu United Biafra na-ekenekwa all our leadership. Mazi Johnathan Chinedu, the topic of this night, the Igbo president will be the worst president in Nigeria. We must tell you the truth. The Igbo president will be the worst president in Nigeria. And I tell you, the Fulani Caliphate, they know politics very well. They can put anybody as an Igbo there. They will make that very person to be more useless than Osibanjo. To be more useless than Osibanjo.
So I want to tell my fellow Biafrans all over the world that we don't need Igbo president. To hell with Igbo president, to hell with his store sharing, because we want to be as we are before the evil Britain join us together with the animal called Fulani Janjaweed. We want to be as we be before, because we are not together before. For those fools that are saying that as a sensationist, we are not sensationalists. Nigeria is a concussion. Nobody is a Nigeria. Nobody in that evil contraction called Nigeria is a Nigeria. Nobody. So we want to be as we be before. So it's not a crime. Self-determination is not a crime. So let anybody stop saying Igbo president or whatever. That is a trash. To hell with Igbo president. We need total freedom. We need total freedom. So Mazi Johnathan Chinedu, IPO de Kunuji,
thank you very much. Thank you very much. I have a caller on signal. Caller on signal, welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Caller on signal.
Hello, am I coming out clear?
You are. Please go on. Please go on.
Mazi,
there we go.
Oh, yeah, Biafra. Our leader, remember, the freedom of conscience. It is the next God kill of our Christian God. We are alive to see that. We are alive of the demon of life and the name of Chukwu Ikabiyama, you say. Mazi, about what you are saying, Igbo presidency. I don't think there's anything like Igbo president, because like our leader will always tell us, Fulani are wise enough. They should. We don't need any Igbo president, because an Igbo man will be. So there is no point. You can't even talk about it. There is no need for it. Referendum. Let's go for this referendum. That's what I wanted to say. And you are saying, I think the person CSO to good luck. I need Sabo and Suki or whatever. If I'm correct, Mazi.
Say?
The name you are trying to remember, the CSO to Sabo and Suki.
Yeah, Dapsuki. Exactly. Yes. Even before Dasuki accepted the appointment as the chief security officer, he gave another condition to the whole president, that before I come, he didn't. He said, before I become your chief security officer, make Sanusi Lamido to be the governor of Central Bank. People don't understand all this politics, internal. The president becomes hopeless and helpless. You are watching him smiling and talking on television, but internally he's hopeless and helpless because an enemy is in charge of his security. So anything he's been told, he will do it. Do you think that he built the Almajiri schools with Anyoma? Do you think he did it?
Oh yeah.
Go on, please.
Mazi, now let them do what they have to do. The other day I saw people of the people in the campaigning for him. The killer of his people going to protect now people that they don't and the people grab there.
Thank you very much, Mazi. There we remember blessed. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. Welcome to the program.
Well done, my beloved.
There we.
Yeah, well done. Good.
Mazi, go on, please. Go on.
I so much appreciate your kind. In fact, it is a very great privilege to be having the speech of Biafrans at this critical time. In fact, sometimes I pause to pause. Are actually saying nothing but it. Unless Biafra educate themselves from Nigeria, there is no for them in Nigeria. Nigeria is programmed only for annihilation. If you had, sometimes I begin to wonder, what I ask you, please don't be offended. Have you been in the north? Have you lived there? Have you decided that no, Mazi Johnathan?
Just a little bit, but I visit there. Just a little bit.
What you are saying is exactly the manner that these people behave. Do you know that some of our people are the north? They have been rendered useless. Their property has been burned, their shop has been burned, and they can't prove it. They are there doing nothing. I have been in the north over 25 years. There is no hope. Any Biafran man in Nigeria, there is no hope. So if only our people will understand about anything to do with Nigeria, if only this ban on implemented will be highly appreciated. And sometimes our politicians are actually helping these people to kill us all. They are what we are suffering. The politicians, the religion itself, all these things are programmed for our annihilation. And so it is a great privilege, thanking God that at this time, God is able to raise Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, he is raising for a cause. And there is nothing they could do about him. They can only suffer him whatever touch, but they must never lay their hand on his wife. He will be free from Biafra to be restored. And so we are, in fact, I'm short of words how to appreciate what you guys are doing. And we are solidly behind. So keep it on. And may the good Lord keep on empowering you, so that whatever ignorance of the enemy, it will amount to nothing over the life of these able-bodied men, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in particular. Please, hold on. Do not relent. It is a moment. It will be over. This tribulation is over. Take care.
Thank you, Mazi. There we remain blessed. Caller on signal, can you hear me? Welcome to the program.
Oh, I can hear you, Jonathan Chine, the Kisilos, calling from Morocco. My brother, you have said it all. Apart from that, Dazuki with the Alamajeri, you know, go to Otueke, where the good Lord come from. There was a university. This man tried to build. Do you know that university was abandoned till today? You understand? Yeah, they found the university. Good luck is building that university before that's in second term. They remove him. And my brother, the whole, if you check the united of that Nigeria, according to our leader, even today, I believe that we unite for the benefit of the Northerners, not for our benefit. Because nothing good, there is nothing. I see some of them complaining that is Igbo turn or not Igbo turn. If you check these people, they don't know what they are doing. Let them go back. The first invasion where these people go to the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you have already interviewed both Channel TV, both DW, German TV. And when what we have now first is Biafra. Actually, I wanted Biafra then. You know what happens? Upon that Biafra now, they will call you, say, please, my brother. Without that, these people doesn't even care what we are talking about. So they have already let me tell you, they have already rejected us. So we will not reject ourselves. That is it. Never climbing of Igbo president because that is not how they rule a country. You can't rule by country by force. You can't rule by minority. Fight for your own and liberate yourself from this kind of junction. When the British put you, I have already said it, they never give you anything good, rather where you are going to be suffer as a black man. Keep it on. I enjoyed your program this evening. Right on, all hail Biafra.
Almost hail Biafra. Thank you very much. I have a caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Mazi, welcome to the program.
Hello. My name is Chukwumano. I greet you once again. We are today's topic. I greet my leader and our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Without this man, I don't know what is going to happen to Igbo race, to Nigerians, because the plan of British in Nigeria is too much. When I think about during the time of Azikiwe and what played during that time, what our people are saying there that time, because we are very small, what they are saying is that the way was now a fighting can Nigeria that there will be a time they will not go again because they are killing people everywhere. That time South Africa was Congo everywhere, killing people everywhere. And today, some of us who are here now have seen where we are going. So what will happen is this. If they cannot understand, those people in Nigeria cannot understand, mainly Igbo people who are fighting to be a president in Nigeria. I don't know how this type of people are reasoning. So some of them will say they are educated, they are professors, they are doctors, they are all of that. But do you have sense of reason? The answer is no. What British teach Nigeria is how to read and write and speak grammar in channel TV and in FM radio. They plant corruption inside all the whole Nigerians. That they claim, those that claim they are educated, they plant corruption in their head so that when they enter, start to stealing money, they forget everybody. And those money they are stealing, they are transferring the money to the Europe and America and other countries of the world for those people to use it and develop their place. Why? Because they are black people, they don't reason. Each time I listen to our leader tape, if you are somebody who have sense of reason, anytime you listen to any of this our leader tape, you will learn more than what you have. Because without this man, I'm sorry for Nigeria. I'm sorry for black race. Because they are disgrace along the line. It's a pity that I'm a black man when I'm hearing what is going on. Do you know the highest thing your enemy can do to you is to force somebody to be your leader? If you watch what happened to Imo State, that thing that was playing in Imo State, and the so-called PDP as a party and other people in Igbo land and in general, they allowed that thing to stay. That seed, that evil seed that Fulani succeeded to plant in Imo State, and they have seen that they can do anything. That is what it means. The people supposed to say from now, since when people have elected somebody and the so-called government will remove the person and put whatever they want, there's no more election. That is enough. There will be no more election. What we need is a referendum. That is exactly the area people who know them, people who are human beings, will be talking about. It's not about going up and down, going to pay 100 million to be a president of who? Look at Tunde Bakari, a criminal with the Bible, a criminal, Tunde Bakari. These are the people, the so-called Christian, that the Fulani are using to hold Nigeria down. Some people who are inside their churches will be thinking that, yeah, they are Christian. They are Christian. Which Christian are you Christian? Are you Christian? If you know the meaning of what Nigeria have did with religion, you will stop going to church of these people. You will stay in your house and you pray. Because so many of these people was planted in the midst of religion, both Muslim and the Christianity. They plant them to use them to conquer that country for Fulanis. When you see somebody like Tunde Bakari, most of these Yoruba mega churches who are today praying for one Nigeria, they are among, because the Fulani are paying them heavily. Apart from the money they are getting from from the money they are getting from their members, they are collecting heavy money. All these bishops, criminals. That is why when our leaders start to talk about all of them start to shout, because they are devil. They are working for Satan. Nigeria is made for Satan. A lot of things is wrong in Nigeria. So many things. I hope people will think and reason so that this rain will not chop everybody. Because Fulani have tested every corner and they see that the only problem they have is IPOB. How can you elect somebody, a leader? Somebody say he's a leader. Look at this April Imo State. George Obiozor. You cannot stand and defend their people. What is the meaning of leadership? A leader is a person who can stand and talk about his people. A leader is a person who will stand at any time to defend their people. But in Igbo land is a different thing. You will see people begging. Where are you going? Where are you going? The other man, the other idiot who said that is I don't know what is his name now. He said that Igbo people are building Nigeria. 60% of modern house is built. What does that one mean? It's nonsense. Because it is better Nigeria divide. That is the highest thing you can do. So that those houses will remain for you because you have documents. If you continue believing in that property, you are wasting your time. A time will come, those houses will be destroyed and you can do nothing. The highest in those, the owner may be, some of them will die. Because I know the time Obasanjo is the president of Nigeria. What happened? Over thousands of containers of Igbo people, which I was one of them, was seized, both in Lagos and Port Harcourt. So many of Igbo people are jumping inside the lagoon and died from committing suicide during the Obasanjo time. So many things happen. I don't know how long Igbo people will reason to know that this is the only opportunity they have. If they fail it, forget about it. You must think as a leader that the time will come where you are no more. What is going to happen though for those who are there? That is make you a leader. Hello?
Mazi, round up.
So what make you a leader is how you are planning for unborn generation when you left, because the time will come when you left. It's under must. After Zeribe have left, what? That is how it's going to be to all of them, Okorocha and all of them. They will hand over slave to unborn generation and die. And those money they steal will end up in foreign bank. Let me stop here today.
Thank you.
I thank God for Nnamdi Kanu.
Thank you very much.
I thank God for all the IPOB who know the meaning of this truth that our leaders have planted to some of us who have sense of reason. Thank you very much. All Biafra.
Almost Biafra. Thank you very much. Caller on Signal, thank you for holding on. Mazi Madabuchi, welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Yes, my brother, I can hear you. Good evening, Mazi Johnathan. Good evening, Biafrans and lovers of freedom. My name is Ifan Chukuma Dabuchi, and I'm calling you from the Kingdom of the Netherlands. Yeah, my brother, I want to make a little announcement before I go to the point of your deliberation this evening. The IPOB in the Netherlands is inviting all Biafrans in the Netherlands with the lovers of freedom to our Independence Anniversary Heroes and Heroines Day on the 30th of May. That is 30 May. That is on Monday, 30th of May. Let our people get it straight. If you don't have Biafran declaration on 30th of May 1967, you will not have Heroes and Heroines Day. So we are celebrating the anniversary of our independence, and we are remembering our heroes and heroines. On that day, bring your friends and well-wishers, foreign and domestic, that is mean foreign who are not Dutch, and domestic, your Dutch friends and families, to come to our symposium, our conference, and our question and answers series. If you are a Biafran, if you have a question, if you are a foreigner or a Dutch, if you have a question about Biafra and the need for the restoration and what we are doing for the restoration of Biafra, come with it on that day. It will start on 3 p.m., 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That's when the education will start. During that occasion, at some point, we will have light refreshment for ourselves and our guests. Please, it's very important. We know it's a working day, but please take a day off for our heroes and heroines and the remembrance of our independence. And so you can call this number for more information. The occasion will take place on Egoli, number 9, Egoli, at the building number 9, and the postcode is 1103 AC, Amsterdam. That is 1103 Alpha Alpha. That is AC. Just get it like that. AC Amsterdam. That is where it will be. Please call 0685043802 for more information. So thank you, my brother, for this point you tutored tonight. That is economic power, if I remember correctly. So it is my brothers who have spoken have touched a lot of that point. One was talking about the burning of our goods and shops and business, and the other one was talking about seizure of our goods in the ports. And then remember that when you import a container from China, and then you pay, let's say for instance, you pay 800,000, say 1 million to bring it to Nigeria, then you have to pay more money to bring your good to Onitsha or Aba. You have to pay 1.2, 1.3, 1.5, depending on how many customs you have to settle along the way to get your goods to Aba or Onitsha. For instance, this is the suppression, and I must ask every Igbo man, all those Igbo big men, politicians and big businessmen, how many of our people have been rendered bankrupt by Nigerian customs in the wharf by seizure of their goods? I'm talking from experience, and even today it is happening that you will bring your good, the Fulani will take your good, and then you start saying that it is contraband, and the next thing they will sell it auction to their brother, and their brother will go and sell your good. And you, as a trader that have maybe borrowed money from the bank or from families or friends plus your own capital, you are done for. I have a lot of friends who have been useless. I mean, useless in the sense that they were sent back to the village by seizure of their goods by the Fulani. How long, Biafrans? Igbo, Ndi, how long? How long? How do we say we have people? Who do we have? We have nothing. We have nobody. And the only thing we have that will make sense, forget the people, they are burning their shop, their warehouses, and they are burning their shopping mall, and they will be trudging along. They want to save Nigeria. You cannot wake the dead. The only thing of principle and of value that you have to do for this life and for posterity is to work for the restoration of independent and sovereign Republic of Biafra. Every other thing is vanity, rubbish, and self-serving. Because when you have control of your politics, you have control of the policy. We cannot be making money for dullards who didn't go to school, but they put them in custom. You will remember the man who turned 360 degrees where he saluting a custom officer. That man was saluting a custom officer, and he turned 360 because he was plucked from the field where he's being kidnapped and given a custom uniform. And our graduates and masters and PhD holders are scavenging all over the world or driving keke na pepe. Indeed, Biafrans, what is going on? Let's fight for principle. Let's fight for our homeland and our motherland. God bless Biafra. Good night, my brother.
They will remain blessed too. Thank you. I will take the last caller. The last call. I mean, on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, I can hear you, Mazi Johnathan. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Mazi Johnathan, you know that St. Paul Catholic Church in Obigbo till today is still under Abadiasis. St. Paul Catholic Church, Obigbo, till today is still under Abadiasis.
Really?
Do you know that railway? Yes, still under Abadiasis. St. Paul, where they go church, even Naga Church, St. Paul no na Ekobigbo. The market I here with Ekobigbo. In that Ekobigbo, look at Ekobigbo. Catholic Church ahụ na-eke obi Igbo a na-esi na Aba CKC Aba Cathedral Aba na-akpọtara ya Reverend Father n'obi Igbo dị the same thing Anglican, the same thing Methodist. Igbo ọkpọta ndị ụkọchukwu n'obi Igbo enwere ndọkị na Abia steeti, ndọkị na Rivers steeti, the ndọkị in Rivers State and the ndọkị in Abia State, the same people, like what you just said now, like place like where Peter Odili come from, Umdoni, where Peter Odili come, close to Anambra State. You will not even run up to 3 kilometers. You have enter Obaro. You are in Obaro. Them and Obaro speak the same language. Where Peter Odili, former governor of state. That's why Obasanjo asked him, Peter Odili, where do you come from? He's a rivers man. Obasanjo told him, no people is a rivers man. Your tribe. He cannot be able to tell Obasanjo that he's an Igbo man. It's one of the things that deny him the presidency. Tell him, go and ask where you came from. Obasanjo told him, go and ask where you came from. Rivers is an English name. It's an English name. That is the problem that our people, sometimes I will see people will be writing, leave us with 5 states. I'll be asking them, what is 5 states? Our leader has taught us the lower Benue, the lower Kogi. Mazi Johnathan, do you know even in Nasarawa state, there's Idoma speaking in Nasarawa state. That guy that used to come and do program with you, ask him one day when he come, Jacob. There's Idoma speaking in Nasarawa state. This Nasarawa state, ask that guy that used to come and do program with you. He will relate it to you. Our people should stop answering what they call them. We know who we are, and we will answer our name, not what they give us. They are trying to push us to the tiny little small thing. Tiny little small thing. I keep on asking them, who is the who is Dennis Osadabe? People that say they're from Delta, they are not Igbo. I'll ask them, who is Dennis Osadabe? Go and ask your father, who is Dennis Osadabe? Your father will tell you who is Dennis Osadabe before you will come to argue with people. If you don't know who is Dennis Osadabe, you will not come to argue with me. Our people should stop it. They should stop what they are calling us. You go to Ebema, the same thing. Mazi Johnathan, can you know that after Makurdi, after Enugu State, we don't use Waybill again. We use complementary card that gave by Hausa man or Fulani man to carry our products. To any man you give that complementary card will allow you to go. But do you know in our own place we cannot use complementary card? We use Waybill. We use Waybill. Even that Obasanjo comes say do regulation in products. Do regulation in products. They did not even, the task force not even agree in Biafra land that there is something like do regulation. Do regulation, but we don't do the do regulation in our place. See what Erufai did. Erufai destroyed the properties of our people. Even though the house they are building, the government can come and mark that house. See what happened to Bolingo Hotel. What happened to Bolingo Hotel? They say Bolingo Hotel is facing the road to Aso Rock. That Bolingo Hotel have to be marked. And that thing destroyed that man till today. And people are not remembering it. No matter where you build your house, no matter where you keep it, they can change the map, the development, the plan, the town plan of the match of that house. Change it and break your house. Better we go back to where we came from. Our leader has taught us the merchant of Venice, the merchant of Venice in Italy. God bless you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Remain blessed. Thank you, my brother. This is where I'm going to switch up the phones, please. You know what they did to us. I said it the other day. I talked about what they wanted to do to the Germans after the Second World War. With the initial annoyance, you know, Germany started the war, Nazis. It's Germany. Don't call it Nazis is a party. It's Germany. Adolf Hitler. Because they always try to meander so that they will remove Germans from the war. But it's Germany. They will say the Nazis. It's Germany. Now, after the Second World War, the occupying Allied forces with Russia, they decided through the, what do you call it, Pardo agreement, that they have to splinter Germany, make them irrelevant as a country. Do you know how? That they will deport Germans to different countries of Europe. Now take over their land. Some say, okay, now they will, assimilate. I think Croatia at that time said, or Yugoslavia, something like that. That no, they will maintain the territory, but they will assimilate the Germans, and they will make them to de-Germanize them. That is, they will shed their Germanship in the course of time. They will force them to stop speaking German. They will make them hate being German. Germans. But these people, the Europeans, do you see where enlightenment plays? No matter the shenanigan, the annoyance, the anger, if you are an enlightened fellow, enlightened people always look around 360 degrees before making decisions or final decisions. The Europeans, being civilized people, I tell you, they thought about it. They said, look, if we do this thing to Germany, yes, we won them in a war, no problem. They are defeated people, okay. But how will their generations in future react? There will be a kind of annoyance that will cause problem to the whole of Europe. That is how people reason. Now they reverse that idea. They started reversing it. Instead, they helped Germany. A Germany that caused problems all over Europe. Devastated Europe. Even the whole world. They touched the whole world. We Africans, they touch us. Because there was war even in North Africa, in Egypt, in Tunisia, in Morocco during the Second World War. Even Africans were recruited, were used to fight Germany by Britain and France, even by Portuguese. African soldiers, African men and women were used without recognition today. That is how sad it is. So it touched everybody. But these people, no matter, notwithstanding the catastrophe that Germany caused, the pain Germany caused to Europe, they said no. They looked future. They looked at the future. They said no, if we do this people this thing, no matter, we enjoy it as a conquerors, but in the future, Germans will be the pain in the ass of Europeans. They think in a very sophisticated, high way. They don't reason, they reason like human beings. Now they say no, we need to help Germany, to build Germany. And we help them not to enter into the path of Hitler again. And that is what they do. Today, Germany is the largest economy in Europe. I say the largest. The whole colonies they have in Africa, they removed it from them. Do you understand? But it didn't stop them from development. Because they have human resources. They develop their brain. Today, they are the largest economy in Europe that is even helping Europe. Europe is gaining from Germany. Had it been they did what they planned, Europe, they carried it out to the letter. Scattering Germans, shrinking them, taking their lands and telling them that, look, Germany is only in Hamburg or in Berlin only. Do you know what it would have been now? By now, they would not even be talking about development. Europe would have been on fire. Because of the anger, the generations that will come, they will say, no, 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 no. Instead, they become suicide bombers. That is what they did to us Biafrans. Had it been after the war, they come out, they say, okay, really, let us put Truth and Reconciliation Committee. Real genuine reconciliation. Without foreign, foreign input or foreign interference, British interference in what they are doing. And they really reconcile this. They would have started with the genuine cause of that war. Why? Why? That is the question, the real number one question. Why? Now they will treat it. Everybody, will be happy. Biafrans will now be allowed to unleash their talent. But lo and behold, Britain didn't want it. And they used their Fulani and said, no, if you leave Biafrans, they will stop your dominating, taking over Nigeria as your. Remember, Nigeria is your great grandfather's estate, Ottoman Danford. They reminded the Fulani and they say yes, yes. And all they started doing was shrinking Biafra land. Oh, Biafra land, Igbo land, Biafra is Igbo. They are no more, we are landlocked. Igbo is landlocked. They tactically removed the shrinkers. This Britain that was given Gowon and Co. all this ill advice, what they did not do in Germany, what they plan to do in Germany, but after they advised themselves and say, no, if we do it, Europe will not be in peace till eternity. Now they advise the monkeys in Nigeria. They are slaves, the Fulani, the Caliphate slaves. Say, do it to Biafrans. To cause perpetual. The Britain know that a time will come, Biafrans will rise up. Because you cannot continue marginalizing, killing, slaughtering a set of people forever. The Jews are a simple example. No matter they slaughtered the Jews for thousands of years. But the time came. Today they have their country. They marginalize. A time will come, they will say no. Somebody will rise up and say no, 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 no. Enough is enough. And genuinely so. That is what we are doing. So Igbo presidency will lead us nowhere. Instead, it will lead us into complete, complete servitude. But let me tell you, the Fulani, we say you are solving politically. It's smart. Or not talking, you love it. Any person of Igbo extraction, Southern, you put, we will make sure to force him. We will know how to force the person to declare Biafra. It doesn't matter. There is nothing you have not done to us. Killing every day. So there is nothing again. There is nothing again we can see that we start shaking. No, it's the same death. People, you at point blank range, you shoot people, innocent people, and they fall and die. From air, you bomb, you throw missile to us, you send a mortar. What again is remaining? You go into the market and start shooting, killing people, innocent people anyhow. What again haven't we seen? What again will you show us that will shake us? That is the stupidity of the caliphate. You see what is happening in Biafra land. Every time python dance, every time these crocodile tears, have we stopped anything? To tell you that it's not only by bullet. You cannot kill an ideology by bullets, guns and bullets. It is impossible. Pastor Iginla said it, and rightly so. Every time, bring out AK-47. AK-47 they cannot manufacture. Oh, everybody is armed. Oh, yeah, go and kill Biafrans. You cannot kill us all. There is nothing again you can do to us that will make us, if we remember, we start fainting. It is impossible. We must get Biafra. You see this race? We must get Biafra. It doesn't matter how their owner, Britain, is helping you at the background, encouraging you into wrong decisions. So decisions they will not make when it comes to them concerning their own brothers, white brothers like the Germans. Why not ask them? Why didn't you crush Germany? You defeated Germany. Why did you allow Germany to sprout out again? Why? And today Germany is domineering, isn't it? But why didn't you crush Germany? They know that they cannot crush them. Even if that time they can deal with them, assimilate them, take their land. But the Germans that ask, anywhere you are, you will have that heart. Even if Germans now become Russians, for example, or become Americans, their generation this time will start remembering the evil. They will see their treatment as evil, and that mindset will grow into hatred, and they will start committing many things. You understand? So that is the reality. Whether you like it or not, Biafra will be restored. We have taken it as a duty. It's an obligation to restore Biafra with no fear or favor. No fear or favor. It's an obligation. People don't understand how mad we are. They don't understand. That is why we are warning you. Don't take us to be fools. You know, I used to play in my preamble all the time the statement of Chukuma Soludo, now governor of Anambra State. I think 2016 or 17. You heard him. He said he warned the politicians that time. So don't take IPOB as foolish people, people you can use to trade for power. Now let them continue doing what they are doing. Let us be negotiating using their name. Oh, we want Igbo presidency. If not, we will all join IPOB and they separate now. Solu don't want, maybe that time Holy Spirit to touch him, use him. He didn't know. And he warned the politicians, including himself, that the debate should commence about how to organize a referendum. That's it. That's the only solution. But now he has become a mainstream politician and he has forgotten. These people, they are, black people, they don't have no class. Our leader used to say it right from day one, and I used to observe Nigerian politicians. They are like that. The Igbo politicians, no class, no integrity, no shame. Somebody will vomit and tomorrow he will go back and take his vomit. If you ask him what about yesterday, what you say yesterday, he will deny. He said no, I didn't say it. I used to play this Chukuma Soludo's comments on video. It is on video, so that he will not forget. He will not forget. It's not like Joe Ibokwe that was clamoring for, if you don't give us this, we are being marginalized. 1980s, Igbos are being marginalized. We take up arms again and take Biafra. Today, as far as they corner him and put him into the political position, hey, no, he become violent. These are people without class. I don't pay. All this character is an animalistic character. That is what the white people, when they see black people, they say no, these are not real human beings, because they don't have dignity. Their word is not their bond. They will be talking one thing, before you know they change and start embracing that thing they were fighting against before, like Tinubu. Do you understand? That is the character of Nigerians. So know that IPOB, we are not fools. For those that are clamoring, if you don't give us Igbo presidency, we will separate Nigeria. We will join IPOB, support them. We don't even need you. You think we are fools? They think we are fools. These people, they are just talking. We are fools. You can use them, negotiate. Instead, they are everywhere. We don't fear. He that is down near, he fears no more fall. People don't understand the kind of annoyance in our heart. They don't understand it. They don't understand. Look at Mazi that called. He is one of the victims of seized containers. And you don't know how much he meant for him. And he carried it in his mind. Many of us like this, the same thing. And you think that we can just forget and we gotta move on. Move on to where? To hellfire. It's better the earlier the better. People are saying, what is happening in our land? Let me tell you, this thing can never stop until Biafra comes. The solution is release Mazi Kanu and the Biafra organize referendum. That is it. If you don't want it that way, now everybody, people will continue perishing. That is it. And now 1 weekend, that is the reality. There will be no peace in that zoo called Nigeria. Whether people that think they want to use it to do politics, Nigerian politics, to get this thing, to get what they want politically. IPOB, we are not fools, so that is what I'm telling you. We are not fools. If you understand the type of people in IPOB, in the who go everywhere around the world, everywhere, you will not even be messing up with people. I'm telling you. Say you are playing Nigerian politics, election, you use your IPOB. We will support IPOB. You will see what you will hear and see. You will be seeing something that even you cannot even. You think we are fools? No, we are not. This is where I'm going to stop. Thank you for listening. Biafra is our religion. That is who we are. It's our ideology. We have no other religion other than Biafra. If you have any other thing, ideology or religion more than Biafra, know that you have not started. You are deceiving yourself. I must tell you. Anything you want, whether it's you are church or you are native, you are Buddhism or you are any other religion you have other than Biafra, know that you are deceiving yourself. Please, Biafra is our religion. Thank you for listening. Tomorrow is another day. Remember, we have series of events this May. Our leader is going to court next week Wednesday, being the 18th. We have our 30th May, which according to the order by the DHOV, it will be organized in order to educate both our foreign friends on the need why we are doing what we are doing. That is it. Thank you for listening. From me, from here, I remain Mazi Johnathan. I simply say good night.
Galana lewere na mkpamo Biafra ndị gosi obodo bụ sọma obodo doro nsọ. The land of the rising sun is a home of the Biafrans. The far of the eastern land is a promised land, a blessed land of the true Biafra.